Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I've been gone for so long and I'm sorry. I miss you guys. I missed filming. I missed playing with makeup, but it's that time of year again in New York, springtime, allergies, and of course I caught a sinus infection. And because it was a sinus infection, I was just extremely fatigued and I had no energy to even do box opening Snapchats, which are the easiest thing to do as an influencer. I had to give myself the break, and honestly, I was just sleeping. I was going to work, sleeping, resting, just trying to take care of myself, so please forgive me. Anyway, to get into this video, I'm doing a full face first impressions, but also get ready with me because I am about to head out to the shore. So I got ready with you guys, and I used a bunch of new products that were sent to me while I was sick. I did do a couple of Instagram live tutorials, so make sure you add me on Instagram. I always check in with you guys there, and I love hanging out on live and just hanging out with you guys. It's one of my favorite things to do. So if you follow me there, you've seen some of these things, but YouTube hasn't. So I saved some for you, and we use them together so you find out what my opinion is on some of the new products out there. So if you want to learn and get ready with me, then please keep watching. Okay guys, so I did my brows off camera. I'm rushing a little bit, and that takes a little bit of time, and you can see my face does not match my body, but you always ask me, so I brought it over here for you. It's the L'Oreal Sublime Bronze Self-Tanning Mist. I always self-tan my body skin, and I don't put it on my face because my face will break out. I've always had a poor reaction to trying to bronze my face, so what I do is just match my foundation to my body color of bronze skin, and I just spray this on when I get out of the shower, let it air dry, and then it looks good. So those are my only steps: shower, spray this on, air dry, and that's it. I really do recommend it. I've been using this for over 5 years. And the perfume I'll be wearing tonight, because you guys ask me about my scent sometimes. I'm not too fancy. I'm fancy with other stuff, I guess, but I'm actually in love with this Zara perfume, and it's called NUIT. I don't know how to pronounce that. If you know how to tell me in the comments, please do. But this is what I wear almost every single day. I'm the type of person where a lot of scents don't smell right on me. And I don't like the floral smell. I love vanillas and sweetness, but not too sweet. So I don't know how to explain that. This one smells so good on me. It really lasts on your skin and on your hair, and it's so inexpensive. Zara is bomb for perfumes. So it's this one right here. So that's going to be my scent for the night. This is my hairstyle, and I'll show you my outfit quickly. This little top with some high-waisted jeans. If I do any Snapchats, I'll try to add them in. I don't know if I'll be doing that, but I'm going to use all new products and kind of talk about them as I go. And when I get home, I'm going to do a check-in, even if I've had a few drinks because I'm going out. But let's see if this makeup really lasts to go out. I mean, isn't that what we're all doing this summer anyways? Every time we do a wear test, I'm at work, but let's get real. We need to know if the glam will last while we're out, while we're having fun, while we're having drinks, and while we're with our friends, and who knows, maybe doing other stuff. So we need to know. So I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna start with my eyes. Elf sent me a little press kit, and they always include new little items, or they revamp their old stuff. Hold on, do you hear my neighbor's dogs? This is like a really real get ready with me. Like, I'm actually getting ready to go out. My neighbor's dogs are being super loud. I have to rush. Anyway, Elf sends press kits of little things. So they launched new eyeshadow quads, but they included the old eyeshadow primer, which I've never used. So let's try it tonight. Usually I have a little bit of a reaction to eyeshadow primer. So it doesn't have much color to it. It just lays pretty translucent. I'm hoping the shadows will stick to it. And I have the new, Tarte High Performance Naturals palette. I also have the Carly Bybel palette. I think I'm going to use Carly Bybel. I'll use this one for the next one. I'm going to start with this light shade right here and just put it all over my lids to prime. And these eyeshadows are really, really good. And I'm using a Wet n Wild, just a regular blending brush. So I like to prime the lids, like set the primer from crease to brow bone. And the look I'm going for is not too crazy because I'm just going out like to the shore. I don't want to do too glam. I love doing super glam, but for dinners for some reason. But if I'm going out for drinks, I don't like to do that much. Now for the crease, I'm going to take a blending brush and go into this peachy shade right here. But I have to say, so far, it looks like everything is laying on top of that little $1 e.l.f. primer really good. So that's a good sign because that's a good price. You know what? I want to do that tape method because even though I'm doing something light, I want it to go up this way. So I take the tape, put it on my hand first so it's not too tacky, and then I line it up. So it looks a little bit crazy at first, but it comes out so good when you do this. And buff it to the outer crease in the outer corner here. And even though it's a light shade, it's going to build definition to the eye shape that I want, which is upwards this way. This palette is so gorgeous, especially for summer. Like, I'm just staring at it while I get ready. So I got it for $20. I believe today was the last day it was going to be $20, but I think it only goes up to $24. I don't think it goes up that much. And there's 4 highlighter colors in there. So you get 4 face colors and a whole, oh, hold on. My dad's calling.
Okay, I love you. Talk to you later.
Okay, I love you too, bye. So I'm going to take a touch of this color right here, really shake it off. I have heartburn. Really shake it off and then lightly dust it into the crease because I don't want too much. And before I contour, before I do foundation, I always drag that transition color over this way. And I feel like even after I do my foundation, it gives me a really light contour in that area without it looking too strong. Like, it almost makes it look very subtle. So I just swatched one of the highlighters. Oh my God, it looks so gorgeous. So I want to use one of the highlighters as an eyeshadow color. So I'm going to go in with a flat shader brush to this one right here and just put a little bit in the center to give the eyes like kind of a pop, but nothing too strong. And I'm keeping it low, really away from the crease, but just a tiny little pop of something. I want a little definition on the outer corners, like a little smokiness to the wing. So I'm taking this little fluffy brush and going right into this brown because it looks like a medium neutral brown. It doesn't look too warm or too cool. I'm gonna go along the outer corner here and just keep it really on the outside. It looks really light at first, but once you finish your face and put on liner, you see the definition it gives you. Sometimes a little bit goes a long way. So these shadows look good. I don't know if you needed me to say that or if you already heard a million times that this palette is amazing, but this was one of my best investments and it was not even that expensive. So I really like it. I bought it myself, just so you know, and I think it's incredible. I don't have a new liquid liner, so I'm going to go in with my favorites. If you're subscribed to my channel and watch my videos, you know I love this one. It's by Sephora. I always link it in the description bar. It's $12 from Sephora, so I'm going to go in and apply this and then show you. So I put it on, and I really only wanted it from the center of my eye to the outer corner, just to give it a little bit of a flare. This one caught on the tape. This one, the tape is in a different spot because my eyes aren't even. So I have to lay the tape differently. But I'm going to take it off now. And show you the difference it makes. Like, it just like helps you out so much with your eye look. So I'm so leaned in. So I'm examining the eye makeup and it looks pretty, but I feel like because of the primer, my lids look a little dry. So it's a good primer, it's just not an amazing primer. But again, you get what you pay for. I do have a new face primer since I'm gonna start with my face makeup now. This one is from Dermalogica. I've been obsessed with their facial oil, and this is called Hydra Blur Primer. Blurs fine lines, pores, hydrates, and brighten for naturally flawless skin. So I'm gonna take a dot, and I have large pores in my T-zone. It does blur the pores. This is called Hydra Blur Primer. It's super thick and pasty looking. Like a tiny bit goes a long way. I almost have like too much on. But it's very, very blurring. I'm surprised. It took me so long to get a video up because I had a sinus infection and it was making me so lethargic and so tired. I just couldn't do anything, and my bags are still here even though I feel better. I do feel so much better. That's why I'm back to filming, and I wanted to start with something light and just get quick reviews of all the new products that I have out of the way, and then focus on one brand tutorials and do other stuff that I really have had in mind. But all this new stuff was stacking up on my desk, so I'm like, wait, I have too much to tell you guys about. So I just put that primer on, and I love how it looks. And I have a new foundation. I've already told you guys about this on Snapchat, but let's give it to YouTube. Tarte came out with their new clay stick foundations. They sent me a press kit with all of the colors available. I picked out the ones that I need to use, but I'm super bronzed right now. So I'm gonna need to use, I think, Tan Sand. Let's see. That's almost a little too... This one is Tan Deep Honey. Oh, too dark. I feel like this one, these two, I could mix. They sent it with their new brush, so I'm gonna put a few stripes of this on first and then blend it out with the brush. It looks like from the stripes it's full coverage, but we have to see how much it blends out. This is so much lighter, but I'm gonna add a little bit of a deeper color too. And now I'm gonna mix in Tan Sand because I'm super bronzed right now, but only on the outer corners, you know? And then I'm gonna blend it all together. I've worn this to work a couple of times, and what I've noticed about it is it looks so gorgeous, but it makes my skin really oily. I didn't use it with a primer though, so I'm hoping with using it with a primer tonight, it won't get as oily, but we'll find out because when I get home, I'm gonna be checking in. It's blending out really pretty though, especially over this primer. It looks really smooth. So I wanted a little more coverage in some areas, but so far everything looks full coverage, and that primer made it look so smooth. When I've tried it for work, it didn't look this matte and smooth. So the primer is very, very true, and I'm hoping that it also blocks the oiliness, but I'll only be able to tell after a couple of hours. Let me just blot a little because I don't like it looking too pasty and cakey, and the way to avoid that, I just take my beauty blender and just dab it over top because it's damp, and it'll just take up any little bit of excess to make it still look like skin. The only thing super new I don't have is concealer, so I'm gonna go in and use Maybelline Fit Me in Sand. I stopped using this for a while, but I've been back to using it, and I'm so happy. Like, I don't know why I stopped. I had a translucent powder, and it was new, okay? Not to spill the tea, but I really didn't like it. It was the Urban Decay Velvetizer. It's in my No Me Gusta bin. I didn't like it, but I didn't like it because it made my under eyes look so dark. Like, I had a brightening concealer on, and then it made it go back to dark. And I don't know if that's ever happened to you before, but I've experienced that with some setting powders before, and it's like my nightmare. So I'm just gonna use my RCMA No Color setting powder, but I didn't want to like demonstrate it and bash the product because it could work for some people, but that didn't work for me. I tried it on Instagram Live, and it really didn't work. So I'm just gonna set my eyes with my normal RCMA. So I'm not baking, I'm just setting with the damp sponge. To contour today, I'm gonna use the Naked Skin Shapeshifter in the shade Light Medium Shift. They have, it like opens both ways. It has the contour and highlight colors in powders, a mirror, and then the creams. So I'm not gonna use creams, I just wanna use powders. And I feel like I have it in medium deep too, but I feel like this will be deep enough for me. So let's take a fluffy brush and start with a contour powder. It blends in really, really nicely. Like a tiny bit goes a long way. It comes off really, really pigmented. The only thing I didn't like about these so far, I'm noticing it's pretty bulky. Like, I've wanted to take it to work and do my makeup at work, and I won't take this because it's super, super heavy. I know there's 3 things and a mirror included, but I'm a working girl. That sounds so bad. But I go to an office and like, I don't want all that stuff in my bag. I'm already using a gym bag. I really need a full face palette. Let me know if you do too. Like, do you guys go to work and do your makeup there sometimes? I do, and I can't carry all of this. Like, this makes my bag way too heavy. I want to go in bronze. It looks like this is a bronzer shade, but I need a fluffier brush. So I'm going to take this fluffy brush. It's so old. I think it's an F10 from Sigma. Get a little product on there. And just swirl over top and bring it down the neck. Oh, that made it muddy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That made it so muddy. Okay, I stopped. I'm gonna go back to Benefit Hula because I feel like that got so muddy for no reason. Yeah, this is smooth. Benefit Hula always comes in handy. Now to fix that muddiness that happened, I'm gonna take a sponge and a CoverGirl foundation powder and just clean that up because that was crazy. I have a new highlighter. This one is from Rincon Cosmetics and it's a glow bomb in collaboration with Carla Jara. I don't know if you've heard of her. A lot of people have. Her Instagram is so cute. She's a gorgeous model. I had to zoom in a little bit because my camera's acting stupid, but I've already dug into this and I really, really like it, but I haven't used it on YouTube, only on Instagram Lives. So let me just show you. I'm taking my Anastasia brush, the A23, and I love this highlight. I was so impressed because this is an indie brand, but I don't really care. I think it comes out so, like, I love how it looks. And I even like this color here. It's super yellow, but I just like it on the outer, like it's so bronze and pretty. It has a golden undertone. Some highlights have a really silver undertone and then I can't wear them. Okay, this contact, I took a break to put my contacts in and this contact gave me such a hard time. So if it looks a little red and I'm sniffling, it's because, you know, when you touch your eyes and it makes your nose run. That was too much. What am I up to here? Oh, I did highlight and now I want to go in with some blush. I have a new blush, the new Anastasia Peachy Love Blush Trio. I've been wearing this and I did try it on Instagram Live, but not for YouTube. So I want to use this really, really orange peach color. I'm just going to press it into my cheek. I haven't tried the other shades. The Peachy Love really, really called to me. So I haven't tried the other colors yet, but so far I really like the formula. It looks like it's a lot, but blush wears off so quick that by the time I get there, it probably won't be there. If I come back and do a check-in, it's still there. I'm really, really going to be surprised. For eyes, I'm not going to do any under eye shadows or liner, which is so rare, but I really wanted to keep the face. I kind of feel like I have so much makeup on. I just don't want to add anything else except lashes and mascara. But before I do that, I like to set my face. This is the new Tarte Ready Set Radiant Spray, but you guys have seen this. This is new, but a lot of you have already seen it. To me, this is exactly like the Tatcha Dewy Setting Spray. So I'm doing that to melt all the powders together. And then to set it so it lasts long, I'm going to use the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. For lashes, I'm going to use the Queen Bees. With every look, whether it be I'm going out or I'm doing a glam makeup look or a tutorial, I change my lip color like 87 times. So I'm going to start with NYX Lip Liner Soft Brown and then Anastasia Gloss Amber. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Peachy, orangey nudes are my favorite. They just look better with my skin tone and I feel like they brighten up the face a little bit more. Taupey nudes just don't work with me. I wish they did because they're so beautiful. But anyway, I'm going to go in and get these lashes on. Because I don't want them to get loose, I'm just going to go in with a little glue on top. I've been using the House of Lashes lash glue and it lives up to its expectations. I'm such a big fan. And then I use the Sephora lash applicator and squeeze it close to my real lashes. So to apply my mascara, I like to do a bunch of setting spray right under the lower lash line, a bunch of setting powder right under the lower lash line. And this is how I avoid little black dots. I don't have a new mascara, so I'm just going to use the Tarte's Lights Camera Lashes mascara. I leave the setting powder underneath until I feel like the mascara is dry. I think it's set, so I'm going to dust it away. So now that I'm done, the products that are new that I really, really love are definitely the Glow Bomb, because I love how gorgeous that looks. Anastasia Beverly Hills Gloss Amber, and where did I put the blush palette? And the blush palette. These are so gorgeous, but I feel like with Anastasia, you kind of know her products are going to be bomb. It's very rare when her products aren't well loved, and things as simple as a blush and a lip gloss lip glosses have been in her collection for quite some time. The blushes are new, but so far it looks so beautiful. The pigmentation is great, and there's such a wide range of colors, and I like how they did a little trio here. The Carly Bybel palette is a big hit for me. I know one of the bugaboos that people had about this palette is that it's so similar to the original, so like why do all that? But it's kind of like a if it's not broke, don't fix it type of thing, but she did want to revamp it. I bought this myself. This kind of goes with her scheme and her look, and it is her palette. So you have to remember that about collaborations. Collaborations are about what the influencer and what their aesthetic is and who they are as an influencer. So it's not to meet the needs of everyone else. It's to represent that person. So this is so Carly Bybel to me. Like, this is so true to her. So it's like you have a little piece of her as an influencer. I've been a fan of hers for a really long time. So this is a biased opinion. Okay, I love me some Carly Bybel, so you know I was about to buy this and represent. I love that girl. I think she's so talented and just a wonderful person. This I'm on the fence about because I feel like the contour palette was amazing. I didn't use it completely to know, but just the fact that it's so heavy and like bulky, I didn't love. I get the idea that it's supposed to be universal and for a makeup artist kit, but I just wasn't obsessed with it. That's all. Like, I think that the contour powder was great, but I thought this shade went on super blotchy and I had to fix it, and that's like so scary, especially when you're getting ready to go out. And last is the foundations, but I'm gonna have to show you that when I get back. Hopefully I remember to check in, but I do see that I'm already getting shiny. I know I sprayed myself down, but still, like, I see the oil peeking through, so I'm hoping it doesn't ruin my night because I think it looks beautiful on the skin. But for some reason, and I noticed this when I was at work, with my skin, I have combination skin and I'm usually dry here. For some reason, when I wear these, all the oil comes out of my T-zone. It's like the weirdest thing. I don't know if I have a reaction to it, but I know these foundations are cruelty-free, vegan. It doesn't have any of the nasties in it, like parabens, and none of that bullshit's in there. So maybe that's why they're super natural. I don't know, but for some reason, it makes my oils peek through. So I hope that it still looks good later. So I'll check in back with you guys probably after 2 a.m. Wish me luck. I'm going to try to Snapchat and put them in here in case you don't have Snapchat. I know a lot of you comment I don't have a Snapchat. I'll try to put some stuff in here, but if you don't follow me and you have it, it's at Tina K Pro MUA, just like you see it spelled here. And maybe some Instagram live stories. I'll save them and add them in, and I'll see you guys later.
How do you know it's me?
Verse for your album. Shanae, you were far committing perjury.
I was supposed to do a foundation check-in when I got home. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, I'm not going to be able to do that check-in, but the foundation is lit. So I will add these snaps to the video.